What is up, everyone? It is your favorite queen, Miss Erin, and I am back for another YouTube. Number 3. I'm gonna keep this one short and sweet, but basically we're gonna do a quick little 15-minute. Ooh. We're gonna do a quick little 15-minute look today. I've gotten pretty much like the most DMs, comments, whatever, based on my like new everyday look that I've been doing. So as we go through it, I'm just gonna kind of show you like new products that I've gotten, new applicators, brushes, sponges, all the good stuff, and then as well as some new skincare. This is me straight out the shower, boo. No filters, no nothing, so we doing something right. But grab a little snicky snack, do something. It's not gonna be super long, but it's gonna be long enough to where you're gonna be like, a bitch is hungry. So keep watching, like, comment, follow, subscribe, all of it. How do you say it? I don't know, because it's only my 3rd video. Period. Okay, so we're gonna get started. I always start brows, foundation, concealers, all that good stuff, and then finish with the eyes, since the eyes are definitely not more of like a fun, colorful look or anything like that, so I'm not worried about fallout or anything. I have one brow done. Nothing major. Nothing major, nothing great, but I'm gonna do my other one really fast for you guys. I basically, well, since I'm in such a hurry, going to work and stuff, I literally just color my brows. I don't do any sort of like intense filling. I like how I used to do like block brows, all that good stuff, also way too thick. But I also learned that I like to make sure, like when I'm going on like this eye over here, I like to go from obviously from the middle to out, and I realized that that like stroke and technique that I have going from right to left is way more like natural to my hand, as opposed to now trying to go the opposite way, because I feel like my brows just never matched up. Not relatives, never knew each other. So now I'm realizing that I still like to go that same way, so I still have that control. And since I do have more of like puffiness on my like brows, I like to make sure that, you know, they're a little taut, you know, so that way I can like really get that color going. But like I said before, nothing major on the brows. We're not like paying too much attention to them, so just kind of brush them out, keep it going. So my foundation, I've kind of been talking to you guys a lot about it recently, just because it is that good. I was never someone who wanted to go more on the drugstore route, just because I felt like it kind of wasn't my vibe. But now I realize it is. So this is my newest, greatest favorite. It is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Glow. It's just so good. Like honestly, like I have the driest skin in the world, and like this gives me a glow. This has made people think I'm oily. This has made people hit me up and be like, what highlighter are you wearing, when I literally just have foundation on. This is it. For like $16, I think. I'll make sure everything that I talk mainly about, I'll link everything or whatever. I'll put it on here. But, ma'am, she's it. She is it. So I literally just throw her on. Nothing too crazy. I like to start with a brush, just because I like to kind of just spread everything out. I feel like sometimes with my sponge can just like not give me enough coverage to what I'm looking for. Once again, this is meant to be something in a hurry. I also just cover my eyes like this as well, just that way I have a base and I'm not really doing like any sort of look, so I don't put really like my typical Urban Decay Eden base. But yeah, so I'm basically just giving myself obviously a foundation, but just to kind of get myself going, this is just kind of like my new way of changing up the routine, getting something done in a little bit of a different order so that that way too I can, you know, when I do other people's faces, sometimes it is a little bit easier to kind of go in different steps as opposed to the steps that I typically take for myself. So that's what I realized. But then again, this foundation just blends really nicely. It's really easy to work with. I always start, ooh girl. I always start with my brush and then just work it with a sponge. And just really make sure that we're putting everything into the skin. Since typically I am doing, you know, not crazy stuff at work, but she can get hot, she can get sweaty, so I don't want it to move. You know? Really quickly, this is my spray, the newest one. There we go. But it's the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 setting spray. It's from like their Tutti Frutti line one, so it's like the watermelon infused, and I just love the smell of watermelon. So as long as I don't have alcohol on it, not drying my face out any more than it was before, it's cool. But so far this one has just been really, really nice. It has coconut water in it. You know, it has like just a lot of really good probiotic based ingredients and skin revivers. They're doing something right. They're doing something right. Period. So now that I have my foundation on, I've sprayed down just myself a little bit, pat everything down, kind of let it set for maybe like 30 seconds, nothing too crazy because then again, we're in a hurry. But now the next one that I have is my Benefit Boing Cakeless Concealer. It's the hydrating one. So I've been using it a lot, so you can't really tell. But there's basically a hydrating balm around the concealer formula, so that way it's hydrating as hell. The shade that I got is more of like my perfect skin tone match, just so that way, you know, I can not so much brighten, as you can, I mean, you can still obviously see the difference, but it's just more of like, I don't want those dark circles, I don't want any sort of creasing or anything like that, and this one is really, really nice. Obviously, we're in a hurry, continually gonna say that, so we're not worrying about color correcting or anything like that. A same sponge, just kind of give it a little spray. And yeah, it just blends so nicely, and it gives me really nice coverage to the point where like, I feel like some of my other ones, Shape Tape, you know, it's just kind of like too much coverage for like an everyday when you're kind of like, I don't want to spend 30 minutes blending and making sure that it's going to be a perfect, you know what I mean? So this one, quick, easy, cute, gets the job done, really nice coverage, and super hydrating. So let me blend this out really fast. Now we are on to the next step after I got my concealers on, I got everything, so we got a nice little base. And the nice thing about this step is we have two new products that we're going to be talking about today, so we knock out 2 in 1. So my newest powder that I am obsessed with is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores. I, as a dry skin person, do not have huge pores or anything like that, but when I tell you that this one gives me the matte finish that I want without it taking away too much from my skin, like it doesn't dry me out at all. There's no talc in it, so I've been kind of telling everybody about talc recently. My Laura Mercier one has it, and so I kind of was like, what is the flashback? Why am I too dried out? And it's just like, as someone who has more dry skin, I don't need that much of it to absorb in my skin. I just more want the look and the finish of it, if that makes sense. So this one is really, really nice. It doesn't, like I said, doesn't overly dry your face. It gives you a really nice finish. And then also, I've been seeing these all around like the internet and just kind of like social media and all that good stuff. But it's those like fabric sponges. This one's from Real Techniques, and as you can see, I have been using it. Sorry, I didn't really include it right before this because I kind of was just like, I'm gonna film this right now. But it's just really, really nice. And when they tell you that it really absorbs, you know, the product as opposed to the other ones where I feel like it doesn't grasp it as well. Also, when it comes to like the inside of this, you know how they have like the little paper or like stickers that you take off? I like to only like take half of it off so that way I have more control of when I'm dumping it into my lid. And it doesn't get everywhere and it's not super messy. So, crusty chic tip of the day. Let me know if you like it. If not, then maybe I'm just overly paranoid. But as you can see, I barely tapped it, and it's like we get hella coverage on this sponge. So it's just like really nice and easy just to glide right on top. You're not really having to press too hard on the skin or anything like that. So it's really, really easy to work with. I have recently been focusing more on my complexion and my skincare and my face makeup more than like my eyeshadows recently, just because obviously like we know a girl can blend. We know that. That's been pointed out years ago. It's more of now I'm learning to naturals, neutrals, tone it down. Not every girl wants to, you know, come through looking like an Instagram queen. I mean, I put way too much. But we're doing it for the video. Damn it. But anyway, really, really nice sponge. My new favorite. I'm on to my next step. So now that we have powdered down, we have our lines, our shaping, all the good stuff, black eyes and everything. My next two products that I'm going to be talking about, once again, are going to be from Hiii Cosmetics. The brush, the cheek blush brush. The absolute best bronzer blush brush that I've ever used. Obviously, I know like this is the shape that everyone goes for when they're wanting like that perfect like chisel on their cheek. I just had not found one that actually matches and wraps my cheek well enough. I just feel like because I have more of like, you know, I'm a big beach, you know what I mean? So I got some big old cheeks on here. So I just really thought that I was never gonna find one that really just killed it for me, and this one did. Once again, I am just kind of super obsessed with just kind of this brand now because it is more of skincare makeup as opposed to just makeup you're putting on your face. So once again, we got another Hiii Cosmetics on the pull up. But this is the Hiii Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores bronzer. Really nice. Tap it in. Nothing major. And just kind of warm it up. Because this one is, I feel like, a little bit more on the tame side of bronzer compared to like my Physicians formula that I had, which was more on like the deep side. I definitely feel like I can play with this one a little bit more, and it's more on my actual skin tone as opposed to the other one where I felt like I was doing too much. I was contouring with it. I was doing all of my stuff in it, and it's like now it's like obviously we see like a little bit of warmth and we see it kind of pulling up some color, but it's not overly colorful, if that makes sense. It's not, you know, warmed up too much to the point where you're like, homegirl, chill out, like, you know what I mean? Like, I do want a little bit of definition, but I don't want it to be too much to the point where you're like, ma'am, you're not La Rosa, you know what I mean? It's like, you're not out here getting your hella contoured cheeks. Oh my god, I love La Rosa, whatever her name is on Instagram, Twitter, whatever. She's hilarious. If you're not on La Rosa train, then get on it. But anyway, this is not a new product that I've been using, so I'm not going to really focus too much on the blush, but I also just like using the same exact brush and just kind of blush these motherfuckers in, you know what I'm saying? Like, everywhere that I hit with bronzer, I like to warm it up just a little bit with some blush. Obviously now down here I'm not trying to warm her up, so I just kind of residual, but I just like to kind of make it all one vibe, especially if we're going for more of a monochromatic look, you know what I mean? So we have some color, we have some stuff going on. We are, obviously I'm explaining this a little bit more than I typically would take my time doing, but at this moment we really just have, we're going to add some highlight, we're going to then kind of take my eyes over a little bit and add some lip, do some lashes, and we're good to go. So this trick I actually learned from another YouTuber, Miss Hiii Bakes. I've kind of mentioned it a lot on my story and just kind of recently just to kind of give her credit because, you know, that I would have never really thought of. I have done this before just in my own kind of like I'm in a hurry, but I never really thought of the reason behind it and kind of why we did it. So still want to give her that credit, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so I'm using my old bronzer that I was almost finished with, and all I'm doing is taking my eyeshadow brush, and that's it. I'm literally putting this down as my base for my eye. You know, it warms up the eye a little bit, nothing too major. You can smoke it out as much as you want, but then again, it's not going to be too pigmented to where you're like, she has a full blend going. But it gives you a little something and warms her up, you know what I mean? So it's just really fast. I don't worry too much on the application. I don't worry too much on anything, as of just, I'm putting a base down so that my foundation just does not look like foundation on my eyes. Also topping it with the blush as well. You all know I love a good under eye. So I like to kind of bring the blush down to the bottom. Warm it up just a little bit. Ooh, I got it. As you can tell, my hair is going through it. I have curl activator in it. I have all these different kinds of things going on. So as it's drying, it's just getting bigger and bigger. So judgment, I don't care if you have any, period. But anyway, so I'm just gonna blend this out really fast. That's it. I usually would just grab something to make her shine, just a little bit of something. So I usually just take my Fenty How Many Carats highlighter and literally just tap her right here on the eye. Nothing crazy, just because we don't have time. That's it. So now I take my setting spray. Ooh. I tell people all the time, shower in it. Shower in it. Because if you're complaining about, oh, my makeup moves, oh, this moves, oh. Did you put setting spray? Did you put setting powder? Did you do all this stuff? I need to stop kicking this damn camera. Did you stop doing all this? No. So, you're just going to push everything in. This is just a clean brush. I never use it for anything else other than this step. And that's it. So, at this moment, I have my eyes done. I have everything done. It's not anything too big and bold. So what I typically like to do in this step is I will just grab a highlighter that kind of is a little bit more fun. So I usually use like my Anastasia Glow Kit in Dream. And I'll usually just pick something more on the fun side. Just because it's like, if my face is so toned down, it's like a little bit of fun on the face won't hurt you. So what I'm taking today is a little bit of Unicorn. Bringing it all the way up. I like to do circular motions as well, just so that way I don't have any major like streaks. I'd rather have huge circle, like amount, not circles, but just huge highlighter patch as opposed to a streak. That's just me. Because I also just love glowing, so I'll put a little bit here on my brow, nothing too major. Because once again, I also have that really, really dewy foundation on, so once everything just kind of settles and I spray it down maybe one more time and just kind of get on with my day. Right now I have like really intense lighting right now. But you can see a glow, honey. And that's it. Like, we're not even really almost done. Like, we are almost done, but like, if you were to stop at this moment, like, and you'd still be like, damn, that's a boy beat. That's a boy beat. But because I'm gonna be at work all day and I don't like to not have lashes on, because I feel like if I don't have lashes on, I might as well have my glasses on. And that's not what we're doing today. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put glue on my lashes really fast. My Chelsea Smith Cosmetics Style NYCs. These are the best lashes that I've ever worn. Not only are they dramatic, they're big, they're bold, but at the same time, like, more on the natural big bold, just because they're not super wispy. They're more of just like the little like flary hair. Oh, I just like, I could talk about them forever. But once again, I will link my promo code to them down at the bottom. Chic10 will get you 10% off on your entire order. She has lash glue, lashes, wigs, everything that you can think of under the sun, and it's a really, really good product, and so I would definitely highly suggest them. I do not get any sort of like compensation for it or anything like that, so don't feel like I'm throwing my code out there for y'all just to be getting me these coins. It's honestly just like we're collabing, we're vibing, and you'll see my face on there, so to be honest, I love it. But let me glue these down really fast, and then we'll go over my last product that is my new go-to, and we'll finish up. Okay, really fast before I put the lashes on, I kind of almost forgot about this one that's just really, really important. It is the Bretman Rock Jungle Rock Glitter Shimmer Spray from Wet n Wild. I just like to add this for that little extra hint of glow. I already have like my makeup set, so I'm not too focused on more of like the setting or how this is going to work for that end. I just really, really like how it has like a really nice shimmer. As you can see, it's just really, really pretty. And I just think that he slayed it on this one, so. And it's just such like a fine mist, not so much like on the Morphe setting spray mist, but just like the perfect little calm, like, so it's just super dewy, it's really nice, it smells really amazing, coconut, just, smells so bomb. So I wanted to throw that one in there before I put my lashes on, because I always put like my final sprays and everything before I put my lashes on, so that way your lashes don't lose the curl or anything like that. And since the mascara, which is the next item I'll be talking about, my new fave, is not waterproof, I don't want it to run or anything like that, because I have found out the hard way. So let me put these lashes on. Alrighty then, bitch. We are almost done. I have the lip on, nude, always nude recently, but it's just that same Disney dose of colors that I've been talking about for a while, so I won't consider this one of my new news, but this is in the shade Beautiful. I honestly have not seen it again since the day I bought it, so I'm not going to tell you I'll hurry up and go get it. It may be available still online, but I have not seen it in my store, so apologies. But anyway, so I have my lashes on, and that's why we're going to talk about our last new featured product of the day. But this is the It Cosmetics Tightline Mascara. It is that beach, because look at this. Exactly. Where's the wand? Where's she at? That's it. It is the absolute best lash connector for when you just want to wear a pair of lashes and you're not really trying to put too much product on your lashes either, because you don't want to get them dirty, you don't want to get them stiff, you don't want to do any of that. And or if you have just little bottom lashes, or if you're just not good at mascara. Me, I still stab my eye with this. And I'm just horrible with mascara. So it's just like, it is what it is, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this one has changed my life, because I'm able to get under there, really get down to the root, and I know this is kind of weird and disgusting, but I'm able to literally get under my eye and lift up that lash and really get under there and make sure that they're connected. And this is not anything I've ever been able to do. Even with like the MAC Giga Black one, that one I feel like is really probably my second choice for a wand. But ever since I got this one, bitch. So it's just really bomb. It's just that bitch. But the only thing is I have really watery eyes, so the fact that it is not a waterproof, not so much on the scary side, it's just more of like, I need to be careful. So I've also thought maybe I would just continually use this brush, maybe in a different formula, and just kind of, but who knows, maybe my prayers will be answered one day and there will be a waterproof situation. But I don't know if it's not really that noticeable, just because I don't put my lashes too high. But it really just kind of gives it that little bit of definition, a little bit of lift compared to this side over here, which I'm going to do in a second. It just really is that finishing touch that you didn't think you needed until I used it and realized that you needed it. So I'm just going to get on this one real fast. But yeah, that is basically my tips and tricks of the year up until this moment. I'm not really going to do anything on the bottom lashes just because it's not that kind of day, that kind of look for me. So this is it. This is it. This is it. If I kick this camera one more time, this is the problem about being a YouTuber. I am 6'4". I am so tall. Anyways, if you like this video, like it, comment on it, subscribe to my channel or whatever. But that's it. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you want more. Let me know if you think I should quit and just stick to my day job. Let me know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for letting me kind of even film today and kind of get back into the swing of things. Stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Do whatever you can. See you guys later. Peace.